All right, so to end today, I kind of alluded to this. I want to include some recipes for you to start using some of these great foods that I mentioned. Now, before you start vigorously writing, like I said at the beginning, you can download these slides. We'll be posting the recording. We'll be posting the PDF that you can download on our blog, which I'm going to show here in a little bit. So don't make your hand all tired. I'm going to go through a couple recipes here, but download them when you can when that blog is posted here. So we'll start with that tempeh. Like I said, it's often used as a meat substitute, so that's the recipe that I chose to use it with. Simple ingredients: coconut or olive oil, 8 ounces of the tempeh, nutritional yeast flakes, which, if you're not familiar with those, you can find those in the spice aisles or the bulk bin aisles, depending on where you shop. So that might be another thing you're not as familiar with, but you can find those. You will also need broccoli and garlic, which, as we know, helps gut health as well. So multiple pre and probiotics for the win in this recipe. And you can see the directions here. I'm not going to go through everything, but it's very easy. And then you can add in some quinoa, which is a fantastic protein, whole grain. You can add in brown rice or cauliflower rice, even better, to complete this dish. So one thing for you to look at here to diversify your menu plan. Next up, asparagus. I mentioned that it's very versatile as far as different ways to prepare it, so I just wanted to give you an example of how easy it really is. This one has asparagus, olive oil, a bit of Parmesan cheese if you want. Of course, you want Parmesan cheese, or if you're me, you do. And garlic. There's that garlic again. Sea salt, pepper, and then some extra lemon juice if you want at the end as well. Roasting veggies is my absolute favorite, so that's what you do in this recipe. Again, just give it a try. It's an extremely simple side dish that packs a ton of nutrients, again, along with those healthy gut properties as well. So again, don't start writing all these down because I'm going to move on, but you can download it here within the next day. And then dandelion greens. Let's eat some of those weeds, shall we? You can buy these dandelion greens, but you can also grow your own, of course. We want to cut down on our pesticide use anyway, so embrace that dandelion crop. It has so many benefits. Now, I also included a link at the bottom of this slide with some tips to grow some in an actual garden if you don't just want those free-range dandelions around your yard. But for this recipe, back to that, you'll need 1 pound of those dandelion greens, garlic and onion. See how nicely this works out with our multiple prebiotics as well. Chili peppers in this recipe. This doesn't say optional, but in my book, it's definitely optional, but you can decide for yourself with the chili peppers there. The actual recipe, if you follow that link at the very, very bottom, does use vegetable oil, but I did swap it out for olive oil just for better nutrients overall. And then, of course, there's that quote-unquote optional Parmesan cheese garnish. Again, just don't do a whole bunch, but it's good stuff. This ends up being a nice salad of sorts to combine with a protein, or you can just eat it on your own as well, whatever you prefer. So again, there's a way to get in some dandelion greens. And then last recipe, let's have some of that chicory coffee I mentioned. If you already do decaf in the afternoons, or you're just looking to cut down on your total caffeine consumption, this could be a great option for you. You can purchase already roasted and ground chicory root, or you can do it yourself if you want. But once you have it done, you simply boil it or use a French press. That online link at the bottom gives you some other variations as well. And I included one that has our dandelion root as well, just to mix it up.